Howdy, folks from Buffalo. Good morning. It's afternoon now, 12:02. I don't know how much action is going to be in this scene. It might just be that, character stuff, talking, people talking, looking at each other, making eye contact, that kind of stuff. Let's see. We need her till the operation is complete. Odo replied frankly. But he looked angry. His voice was calm and polite. It wasn't that the way of the Jade. Be polite even when you're about to cut a man's throat. Still bringing in reinforcements over there. Jotenti asked. Men, material, vehicles. Odo replied, I just do as I'm told. I've been told to commit to this battle. And in the end, you're planning on evacuating those men. Sent, right? Tente asked. Tente almost sounds like a Latin name. It might be, for all I know. I'm not a big expert on Latin names. I mean, I know when I see one, but they're not fighting to the last man and last bullet on the streets. Last man and last bullet on the streets of Bloodcut. On the streets of Libertyburg. Why did I think of Bloodcut there? Germany's got nothing to do with this story. No, we can't afford that. Those kind of tactics these days. Odo said. Now when the enemy outnumber us by millions of soldiers. The armies of the world have scaled back. Not that they aren't. We have to fight. We are forced to fight. To fight like the Equalindus guerrillas have in Asia. Jotenti had never been to Asia. Fight into Kim, Clack, or the other scenes of Asian equalindist uprisings. Most of them had been shockingly successful. Well, just a few guns here and there, guns and grenades, and they can take on the Western powers, bring them to their knees. Just send a few. The jungle was their biggest asset. It nullified armies of modern mechanized warfare, the sort that Western generals dreamed of breaking out in Europe. Jotenti wasn't sure if dreamed was the right word. It was sure that there were some Western generals excited at the idea of World War V breaking out. He imagined they'd be less enthused when they saw how badly things would go for them. Less enthused when they saw all the tricks. They realized how powerful, how modern the Volgan army had become. They had learned many tricks thanks to the Bloodka and Jade invaders. The appeasers considered the Volgan army and the Warsaw Pact to be strictly defensive forces. However, war with the West would mean offensive combat, securing Western land, not just sitting on the established borders, waiting for West Bloodkin, and Zedin troops to try to force their way eastward, which would have ended badly for them, no doubt. Nobody wants World War V. Joe Tente lied to Lobo. We would provide more overt support to Kamja Klek. If it was possible. We have to ship our forces. We have to disguise our forces when we deploy them. We use Miss Romenko powers to get supplies to Kamjan Klekon allies. And you need her back for this task as soon as possible. Rodo asked. Indeed. Gatente nodded. How? Didn't know. The situation in Kamja Klek was so precarious. Although said, modern warfare is a careful balancing act. Tente muttered. Huge setbacks can come and go. Happen at the drop of a hat. Yeah, we have air superiority over there. And we can't just send up our MiGs to start. Oh, there you go. Just send out MiGs to start shooting Zedin planes from the sky. Fastest road to World War V possible, I imagine. Lodo chuckled. Detente wasn't sure what was funny about that. He continued regardless. My superiors want her back within 24 hours. 24 hours. Dente said, "You shall have her by then." Her by then, Lodo reassured. Look, check. Hit other reply. Shall have her by then. We're winding down the offensive unless there's something dramatic happens. Will you be transporting her to Kamja Clack, or will she just teleport herself there? Amazingly, our little teleporter our little living teleporter can't teleport herself over distances, only other things. Detente replied. So we have to physically transport her back to the Wulian coast where she was situated. There was increased tensions between the Vulcan Union and the People's Republic of Wu. It was possible that someday there would be a split. Perhaps even war would break out between them. The West would love that. Equal Indus going to war with each other. It would be like the dreams of Red Mask, how he wanted the triangulous democracies in Europe to destroy each other, allowing him and his people to come in as the victors and establish equal Indus regimes. It was not how not how things worked out, obviously. Her powers grow every day, correct? Lodo asked, just Tenti. Apparently so, Tente replied. Let's see, then asked. Lodo asked. So, it's possible. With superhumans, there are a lot of uncertainty. It's not uncommon for some superhuman to have powers from birth and abruptly lose them forever, or for them to be killed by their powers, which would outgrow their body's ability to handle it. to handle it. Hopefully, Miss Romanko will not suffer such a fate. A look of horror. A look of horror suddenly crossed Roto's face. So maybe she could lose her powers, and we would then be shit out of luck in Liberty Bird. Roto rambled. Our men would be forced to fight to the bitter end, like the days of old, which would be fruitless. The point of a modern guerrilla war was to kill the enemy, and then disappear. Not kill the enemy and get killed by them, since they always would always have more men to recruit. Guerrilla war was a guerrilla war. Propaganda was important. Newspapers in the enemy homeland documenting the killed and maimed, their soldiers being killed and maimed. Killed and maimed. Fortunately, the current era was a time where people wanted to live in peace and avoid war. So there was very little support for war among the Western powers. It's possible. Jotente replied, so you should wrap things up as soon as possible, as though at any moment, Miss Romanko would lose her powers. Might lose her powers. Because that's the reality we find ourselves in. I have to report this to my superiors. Otto muttered. This could be a game changer. Right, Jotente replied. Jotente was soon approached by another officer, high-ranked. A high-ranked fellow. Served in the war, checked in. High-ranked fellow who wasn't Mez Bayola Von. Did I call him Von or Yon earlier? Oh, still looked. I was dressed in full dress uniform, peak cap, gold trim, looking just like an officer of the Jade War. Sir, one of your superiors is here. The officer reported. Take me to him, please, Jotente requested, without asking who it was. He already knew, he was certain. In his time here, only one of his superiors could be bothered to come to Tiger Base. And that was General Simigan Zogelov, who had been here thrice. Twice. The first time as part of a Volgan delegation. Second time is a tour, or an inspection for a tour, or slash inspection of the facility. And third for another meeting, shortly before the current operation in Libertyburg. Zogilov was a fearsome officer. Tall, lean, bald, with fierce, lightning blue eyes. He looked more almost like a bloodcon officer to Jotenti, and Zogilov would have been quite offended to hear such a remark, where Zogilov was a decorated veteran of the Bloodcon invasion, and he had survived a stint in one of their POW camps, eventually liberating himself and joining the war again. He was a lieutenant when the war started, and in 0057 he was a lieutenant general. There were some who were eyeballing him for a position as field marshal. He held the same rank. He held important posts in the Volgan Army and Crimson Sword. As a commander in the Volgan Army, he had command of 42 divisions, 20 infantry, 10 motorized rifles, and 15 armored divisions. Not a force to scoff at. He also had access to special forces men, including paratroopers and mountaineers, and reserve forces. This is from the Warsaw Pact. Basically, Zogilov was one of the men Moscow trusted to lead an army, to lead the offensive against the West in World War V. Zogilov. Alright, on that Zogilov, let's sign off. Happy Zogilov, everyone.